Hello, everybody. Welcome to the League of Champions podcast. We're getting the Christmas spirit this week. It's snowing. Yeah.
And everybody's back together.
We're all back together.
Home for the holidays.
Home for long. Yeah, we left home for the holidays. If that makes any sense. Come back to college. Suicide Squad with the Money Bros this week. As I've said many times before, we have a loaded show today. Very loaded show. We're going to start off with everyone's favorite. It just keeps getting better and better each week. The injury report.
The also positive injury report.
Yeah, just...
The guy's coming back from injury?
We like to just start the week off,
Very
with
positive.
the injuries.
So, I'll give you the trio of tight ends that went down. We got Gronk, Eifert, and Graham. All gone. Well... Eifert may not be gone, but the other two are gone. So, what do we think about that?
Well, I think for Gronk, I don't think there's a super definite word. I don't think he's out for the season for sure.
He's out the next 2 weeks for sure.
It's like week to week. I think for sure he's missing this week.
Well, this week and maybe the first round of our playoffs in fantasy. So that's affect Stadium, right? Stadium has them.
Yep.
So, it looks like Stadium's going to pull off the victory this week. So I think he's pretty much. I think he's going to be guaranteed a spot in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. However, that first round, I don't think he'll get the bye in the first round,
unless he wins and then Team Chuba loses.
Yeah. So, but I'm just saying. So if he doesn't get the bye, then he'll play without Gronk. I mean, I think he still has a good enough team to win without Gronk. However, it's just a nice helping hand.
All right. Well, Cardinals running backs Andre Ellington and Chris Johnson both going down with foot injuries.
Yeah, I don't. As far as that one, I mean, David Johnson is owned in our league by that Rhino Wreckage. I think he'll get. He had gotten kind of the goal line carries. It seemed like in the beginning of the year. Mm-hmm. Now, I mean,
he's just been returning.
He's just gonna get everything,
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did you say Eifert is out, or is he coming back?
We don't know yet.
I don't think he'll miss.
He just got a stinger.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying
he left the game though.
Two with Jim. I'm gonna call him Jim Graham.
Jimathan.
But he really hasn't been doing much this year for Team Money Nation. So I mean,
He just referred himself in the third person.
Him being out is, I mean, not too much of a detriment. However, they were saying he's starting to gel a little more with Russell Wilson. So I mean, I feel like Team Money Nation would be starting him.
Yeah, I think Team Money Nation would be starting him. No, I think like Jimmy Graham, I owned him actually last year in this league, and like since the year before was a 16 touchdown year. Last year I think it was like 6 or 7, maybe 8. He's just like a guy that you hear the name Jimmy Graham and you're starting him every week no matter what. But like you said, he hadn't been like crazy amazing.
No.
This year. I mean, he had a couple weeks where he'd score and get a lot of yardage, but I don't think that's a crazy injury to Team Money Nation.
All right. Well, one quick note before I go into the next one. The Cleveland game is still going on, so we're still kind of watching that game. But next one, Big Ben, the injury bug can't escape it, concussion.
Yeah, I don't really know what to think about Big Ben. I mean, it's like different, something new every week. I think it's just Avengers has both like Phillip Rivers and Big Ben, so he just can start Phillip Rivers at this point. He doesn't have to worry about bye or anything anymore. But Big Ben, I think, is a better start than Phillip Rivers, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think he wants him healthy for the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's a better start than Phillip Rivers, but Phillip Rivers isn't like I know I always like to rip on Team Chuba, but I'd rather have Avengers quarterback situation as opposed to Chuba's quarterback situation. I mean, Hoyer and who's his backup? Fitzpatrick. I mean, Fitzpatrick had a good week this week.
Fitzpatrick will probably be his quarterback going.
But still...
You just started Hoyer this week because they're playing New Orleans.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and also quick, we just said we were watching the Baltimore-Cleveland game. Was that Travis Benjamin that just scored?
Yeah, so the Stadium won.
So Team Stadium is up. Yeah, he just defeated Team Show Me the Money.
Unless
I mean,
Barnkowski, man, he gets a pick six.
Probably need so...
Okay, well,
any more injuries?
I got one more, and
'Cause I was gonna say
Broken collarbone for Tony Romo.
Yeah, I'm
pretty
just
big.
not really talking about Romo.
Yeah.
It's a little salty.
How many points did he put up this week?
I think he put up 1.
1 point. It's pretty good.
Kind of like just threw away my playoff chances by starting Romo against Carolina. Not really sure. We're firing some
Some executives.
some executives after this week.
But yeah.
I mean, other leagues, some people were, I feel like, banking on, like, oh, when Romo comes back, like, he'll be my QB1, like in the past he has been. But now, yeah, he's done. I think, as far as Dallas Cowboys stock, I think Des Bryant's stock goes down. I think Darren McFadden's goes up a little bit, more focusing on the run. But at that point, too, defenses really are just going to be keen on. I'd stay away from Dallas players, just like
except for
unless
Darren.
you have Darren McFadden, Des Bryant, you kind of have to start. But like Jason Witten, Cole Beasley, Terrence Williams,
Yeah, puke. You got anything to say about that, Ty?
No, Romo. Just to be honest, I kind of feel bad for him and the Cowboys this year. Really
kind of got effed over.
Well, yeah, like coming into the year, like, oh, we think we're like a Super Bowl, like.
Then they lose their top receiver, then they lose their quarterback the next week.
Well, I think it's just doing them justice.
They got guys stealing stuff.
Yeah, no, they're keeping what's his name, Hardy, that defensive lineman. I think once they cut him, I think their season would turn around.
Wow, just kind of like a karma thing.
Yeah, it's kind of.
I don't think he should be in the league.
No, I don't know how he's.
On my
I don't know how he's in the league or
team. Actually, my jail team, I got him.
You got him.
First round.
I got him, and I got Darren Sharper at safety. And,
actually, Ray Rice has been putting up big numbers.
And I think I got Mike Vick in 04 at QB. Not now, but at 04.
The 04 Vick. So with that. I think that wraps up injuries.
Yeah.
What did you want to jump to next?
Let's just jump right into awards. We need to break down the matchups that
Okay,
much.
I don't think we should. Yeah, I think we could spend a lot of time too talking about kind of like.
We're going to do awards, and then we're just going to do a quick
playoffs
and positional rankings and stuff like that. So, MVP, or do you want to start off with a different order like last week, Mike, or do you want to start with MVP like?
No, I'll hit up my MVP.
Actually, I want Tyler to start this time.
Okay, but I bet Tyler's going to take mine.
We're going to go counterclockwise. Sorry, Mike.
I'll start it if we don't.
No, I got it.
Okay.
I hope I don't take yours. I'm gonna
wait. No, let me just quick.
CJ.
Oh my gosh! I was gonna say that.
27 points for Rhino Wreckage. Wow, I hope he listens to this podcast because he's starting to slowly but surely turn his season around. I don't know if it will be too late for him, but he still does have a shot. But this week, the duo out in, shall I call it, Denver.
I'd say.
Shall I call it Denver?
They
What is
went
it?
hard, especially nobody really. I don't think many people predicted it against a good New England defense.
Run D,
but
especially.
I think because of the elements, they're kind of forced to keep it on the ground. So C.J. Anderson with 27 points, and wasn't he the one that scored to seal the deal too?
Correct.
Yes. So
second TD of the game.
I got the cringes when I saw that.
All right, Michael, you can start with the next one, but I'm going to go now, okay? I hope I don't take your one. AP, Adrian Peterson's going to be my MVP with that 29 spot, put up Swanson.
Question, who dat?
Who dat? He's the best running back in the fantasy and in the league. Nothing much else to say besides that AP MVP.
I'm going to go, I was going to go Anderson. We really rehearsed this before, so we don't take each other's, but some things got mixed up. I'm going T.Y. Hilton. I don't think, he's been not playing, too well, with Matt Hasselbeck, but 2 touchdowns this week, a lot of yards. I think that's the T.Y. Hilton people expected when they were drafting him at the beginning.
Yeah, he's boomer bust this year.
Definitely boomer bust. I'm not going to actually start the next one.
Okay, since Ty started last one, we'll go with, do you want to go dud or surprise this
Dud.
week? We'll go with dud, I guess.
I got mine. If you don't
well,
mind.
I have mine.
Okay.
It's Tony Romo. I don't know how you can't go with
Well,
Tony Romo.
no, that's he got hurt.
But he got hurt in the
Okay,
fourth
this
quarter.
was after his
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
1 point. I don't need to say much else besides that 1 point.
Enough said.
Yeah.
T?
I'm going to go with that Drew Brees. Only 8 points this week.
I called that in the podcast. Holla at me.
An interception, 228 yards, 25 or 44, so 50%. I'm not saying Bossman Jr. would have won because he was playing a very good opponent, but Drew Brees, I think he's better than an 8-point a week.
Oh, for sure. And like,
Predicted-
I mean, that's what Bossman Jr. needs. Like, he needs a Drew Brees, like, 35-point game to put him in games, you know, and he didn't even get close to that.
I guess his team's kind of, obviously, he's probably pretty much given up.
Shout out to Bossman Jr.
Hey, you
we
know
need
what?
a big win this week, buddy. We're pulling for you in this upcoming week.
Who's he playing?
He plays Swanson.
I'm pulling for Swanson. I'm sorry, Pat.
I'm pulling for Pat.
Well, you can pull for Pat. I don't care, but
I need Pat. Okay, I'm going to do my dud, Lamar Miller. He also put up 1 point. We're on the 1 point. Wait, 1 point trend right now, Romo.
Romo.
Mine put up 8.
Oh.
Can I break
So you
the
didn't
trend
get
a
the
little?
memo, I guess. Yeah, Lamar Miller, just kind of a weird year for him, too. Like, he's been all over the place. We've seen him put up like a 25 or like a 34 or something like that.
In the first half.
And then put like a 1, like, I don't know what. I know the New York Jets D is fairly good, but Team Show Me the Money needed. Also, you could go Des Bryant for Team Show Me the Money. Also put up 2.
But I kind of expected him to kind of play bad against Norman.
Yep, and
So I was
then
like-
Lamar Miller, I mean, put up 1. You kind of hoping for at least a 10, but that's my.
Okay, well, we're going surprise, and you can start, Mike.
I'm not gonna start.
Well, okay, I'll go.
Okay.
Sammy Watkins. I don't know.
Wait, who's he playing for now?
He's playing for Buffalo. He's playing for Garrity.
Okay.
But 27, I don't like. It just seems like from week to week, it's just like
Yeah, this guy's a roller coaster.
he changes so weird. Like it looks like he's untouchable one game. I watched him play against New England, and like he literally couldn't get open. It's like I don't understand. Like I was like going this week, kind of expecting him to do absolutely nothing against like a hot KC defense. But it seemed like, okay, like he had 3 catches of like 40-plus yards, and 2 of them were
well,
like,
it's like
touchdowns.
it's weird. Like, yeah, sometimes Tyrod Taylor just doesn't look anywhere else.
No.
It's like
Well,
he looks downfield. If he's not there, he just dumps it off to McCoy or like.
Yeah, but I was going to say, like who they even have to throw to.
No one.
So that's my surprise.
Oh, and I just wanted to say, I'm not like saying this is like why I lost, but I was just thinking about this. I watched that game because I had a lot of players going, you know, in that game. Okay, so it's like, picture this if you guys didn't see this.
Okay, I
There's
can't picture in my head.
2nd and 10.
Okay.
Buffalo's running their 2-minute drill.
Oh,
They're down 7 or 8. It was like
8.
a 1 possession
22 to 30.
score for sure. And I'm like, okay, if we extend this game into overtime, I'm getting a lot more points because I had McCoy, Ware, and Kelsey. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They complete a pass to Hogan. You know,
Yeah.
Chris
Hogan, my boy,
Yeah,
the white
receiver for
boy.
the Bills. Catches it, gets tackled at the first down. It's the first down, everything. All of a sudden, the ref comes in and signals incomplete. I don't know what he saw or anything, but he signaled it incomplete. Rex Ryan, I don't know what, like, he doesn't challenge it, even though they're like, okay, it's so clearly a catch. Like, he caught it, went down to the floor, then all of the ground, all of a sudden it popped up. Okay, so then 4th down comes up. They didn't challenge it or anything. Then Tyrod Taylor, no, it was like 3rd down maybe. Tyrod Taylor runs, gets stopped like 1 yard short, but like a long yard. That's the play Rex Ryan challenges. Like this, like it just pissed me off. That's kind
Rex
of
Ryan doesn't know how to run the offense.
kind of why I
We'll
lost.
bleep that out.
Yeah, Ty, are you going? or-
Yeah, my surprise comes from the kicking position this week.
Kill me.
Because you guys always go with like the conventional, like, you know.
I think everyone in the world usually picks it.
Yeah, but I mean,
but hey, Ty wants to be
I
different.
don't think
He picks Eric Decker, a surprise in his kicker.
Yeah, I kind of have 2.
Okay.
Graham Gano, massive week
Okay,
against.
that's not a surprise.
Again,
Okay, but
he
can I
downed
ask you how that's a surprise when he's the 3rd-ranked kicker in the league?
Wait, you just said.
I mean, no,
Cairo
it
Santos.
didn't surprise
Him and Santos are tied for 3rd.
It didn't surprise me in that sense. Like, okay, I know he could put up points, but it surprised me because that kind of propelled Team Champ Daddy over.
Yeah, like
easy
it
money.
gave like you're like oh
It
like.
kind of gave him the added boost to win because if he wouldn't have had that 18, you know.
Okay.
I think it is sometimes a surprise when a kicker puts up like 18, 20.
Well,
like-
and maybe it was more of a surprise too because I was watching the game and every time they were in the red zone, they wouldn't score, but instead they would just want to kick the field goal.
yeah, no,
well,
Uncle
because
Chris
honestly-
Traxler every time would go field goal.
Yeah, they would do it, and that's
And
what
then
was
they
kind of
won.
surprising me. And also, it's not really a surprise by their defense too. Their defense put up a lot of points this week too.
For sure.
Like 3, yeah, obviously.
Okay, well, you had a
3 or 4
second one.
picks.
Who's your second one?
Oh, I have a second one too.
I thought you said you have 2.
No, I just have one. So.
Okay, my
Their
bad.
defense. My surprise was actually this game that's, it's still going on. Travis Benjamin could even have a bigger game.
Yeah.
That like almost sealed the victory, but it was kind of I guess a surprise. It surprised me, I guess. He's been a hit or miss player though. That's why it was like, oh, like he actually hit this week, you know. So, I mean, huge game. I think he's at 15 or 16 right now.
Yeah.
To be honest, I really don't like the idea of the surprise section.
Yeah, I don't know if I like...
But I don't know how to word it. It's like...
Because it's like, I like, it should just be stud or dud, because, like, for surprise, it's like...
But, like, I feel
mean, like,
kind
I'm not, like, a lot of these, like, okay, wrong, like, it's like, some weeks there's really isn't a surprise.
Well, for, like, anyone, too, like I just picked, like, Travis Benjamin, like, you're like, well, he's a hit or miss player, so then why would it be a surprise if, like, oh, this week he hit?
Yeah, I know. Well, and it's like, now I'm looking at Graham Gano's numbers a little more in-depth, and this was his biggest week, but it's not really a surprise.
Okay, let's say this. This would be, like, ideal. Who's the best D in the league, in your guys' opinion? Carolina, Denver? Which one?
Denver.
Okay.
Like fantasy point?
No, just like toughest D to score on.
Denver.
I would say Carolina.
I'd say
Carolina.
I'd say Denver.
And
just
then
because.
San Francisco's rolling in there, and like Blaine Gabbert puts up 50.
Yeah,
That's
I mean
a
that's a
surprise.
surprise. But I don't know if it's realistic to say that each week we would each have a surprise.
No, I know it's tough to find
Because
a surprise.
it's like, okay, I really couldn't find a surprise.
Well, I mean, if you
picked
really
that.
wanted to find a surprise, you'd go on the free agency and find the free agent guys and like scroll all the way to the bottom and be like, oh, the 6th string receiver for.
Or okay,
Well, yeah, obviously,
okay, and
yeah.
I actually did have another surprise, but he wasn't in anybody's starting lineup. Matt Stafford, 44 points this week. I mean,
That's a good one.
I mean, nobody has he had that yet this year?
I called it on the last podcast.
Yeah, I mean,
no, and like no
nobody's
one.
going to start a Stafford. You know, if you have Cam
Well,
and Carson.
I think he would have been an excellent start because Eagles are defense.
I think a good
awful.
DraftKings start would have been Stafford.
Well, who started him in DraftKings? Tyler, did you?
No.
Oh, okay. That sucks.
Did I?
All right, well...
What's the next segment then?
Well, we're gonna do rank them quick, and then we're gonna finish off with the standings, the standings talk. So rank them.
let's
We're
do
gonna
this.
just quickly go around. I'm just gonna give you a position. You give me the top 5 the rest of the year for that position. You know what I'm saying? Like in your opinion.
Can you explain this a little more?
Yeah, because we got some confusion of like fill in the
Like,
blank.
just like the rest of the year, like who are the top 5 fantasy players? That you
Oh yeah, like going forward, like
okay, not like saying like right now, like who's gonna finish in the top 5, but like just these next like how many leagues we got left? 4, including the playoffs.
yeah.
All right.
If you go to week 17,
So Mike, I'm gonna start with you. QB top
so I
5.
have to do all 5.
Yeah, just like go really quick. Well, not really
See,
quick.
like I can't go.
Okay, you don't have to go quick.
Like my top 5, like quarterbacks to finish out the year.
Yeah.
I'm going. Cam Newton's in there. This is like in no specific like because he has 2 matchups with Atlanta's D, which are in the playoffs, and then I think he has New Orleans this week.
Yeah.
So I mean, easy schedule and easily a top quarterback. I would have to throw Tom Brady in there for sure.
Yeah.
Just because the whole year he's been there. I'm gonna go also Carson Palmer. So that's 3.
Yep.
Okay, Big Ben is for me if he's healthy.
Okay.
And then I think Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers picks it up.
Okay.
Those are my top 5.
Okay, in order 1 through 5. Brady 1, Newton 2, Palmer 3, Big Ben again 4. Well, I'm kind of going like almost the same order you are, and then 5.
Cliche.
5's kind of tough.
I think there's a lot of guys that like I would put Rodgers if I had to do mine in order. I'd put Rodgers at 5.
I'm gonna say Andy Dalton for 5.
Yeah.
And for me, I'd say I just, down the stretch. You know what? I'm not going to say Brady at 1. I'm going to say maybe 3 or 4 for him just because
I just think he's losing weapons.
Yeah, he's losing
That's
his
why I
weapons. I
ranked
mean,
him
he can
low.
find guys, but
Well, the reason why I put him at number 1 is just because he did put up like 29 this week. He plays. He's not gonna have Gronk the next 2 weeks,
he
but he
had
plays.
Gronk, though.
But he plays the coldest defense in the whole league next week in Philadelphia. He's gonna have 10 touchdowns the last
Yeah,
two.
I
and
feel
my-
like their run game might be a little heavier.
Yeah, I
on
could see,
some
and they
games.
do that. It seems
Yeah.
like Belichick does that towards the end of the year a lot.
So I'm saying Brady at 3. I say Carson and Cam at the top.
Of course he does.
But I mean, it's like looking at the points, they're number 2 and 3 in the whole league.
I just think I know for sure Carson. Okay, I hate the Vikings, but the Vikings play pretty well against
like top 5 in fantasy.
Like
QB.
only, I mean, even Aaron Rodgers, he only threw 2 touchdowns against them. I think Carson Palmer doesn't have a huge game, but then sometimes I see Arizona play, and it's just like they can light up anyone.
But then I watch him play San Francisco, and they
It's
can't
weird.
do
And then I'm
anything.
saying Dalton and Phillip Rivers.
Okay.
For
Those
my
3.
last 2, and I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers. He's just like right out. Of
The only reason with Phil, I know Philip Rivers plays Denver, but then, and they're, I don't know. San Diego looks like one of the worst teams in my opinion in the league. Oh.
What just happened?
We're just watching the Baltimore.
Oh my God, take it back.
Baltimore Cleveland.
Oh my
game.
gosh!
Baltimore Cleveland game, probably one of the most exciting finishes I've seen this year. They just blocked the kick and ran it back. That was.
The student step
I think Baltimore D is on the waivers.
Yeah, wow.
So let's move to new
running backs.
Okay, do you want me to start this again?
Anyone can
See,
start.
I kind of like one of us can kind of like set the pace, and then the other one's pretty much just rearrange the order.
And to be on the running backs, I'm gonna opt out because I'm gonna update the standings quick while you guys are going through.
All
the
right,
running
well,
backs.
okay. So for me, number one, AP. Well, he's number one right now. And he's like, he just seems like the most consistent out of like the top like few.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like a really hard to pick
There's
so many like
obviously
there's so many like there's a whole bunch of like mediocre running backs.
Okay, I'm gonna throw out Thomas Rawls. I think Thomas Rawls.
I'm gonna say number 2, LaShawn McCoy.
Yeah, I agree.
The rest of the year. 3, Devonta Freeman. 4, I'm gonna go Chris Ivory on that one. And Eddie Lacy, number 5.
Okay, so then mine.
I think the problem with Rawls is just that like okay he is pretty good, but like the thing is that he has some like negative matchups the rest of the year. Like I know he plays Austin, he plays Arizona again, and
he plays Minnesota, he plays St. Louis, but he won't match up against Arizona.
Oh, they play week 17.
Yeah,
that's right.
But Baltimore, Cleveland, he should run all over. I don't have it. I think he's my 5, so I'll start 5 Thomas Rawls.
Okay.
4 Shady McCoy. I think he's really.
I think especially with Carlos Williams starting to, I don't want to say he's like slowing down. He's just been a little banged up.
Yep.
I shuffle him in there. I think McCoy is perfect.
Yeah, and it looks like Rex Ryan
they want to run the ball a lot.
Yeah, they're giving him about 20 carries now. He's getting catches out of the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
So him at 4. Todd Gurley at 3. I know he's trending down
hardcore
sure.
because and especially with St. Louis starting to kind of get out of the playoff. Like they were in the playoff hunt for a little while there, but then now they're almost completely out already because they're 4-6, right? I believe.
Yeah.
They lost 3 straight. Cause I know they had. Because they were 4-3 when they came and played Minnesota. They lost to us, and they lost the last 2, so it's 4-6.
Okay. And then I'm gonna go to. I'm gonna just say whoever's in the Atlanta backfield. Okay. Freeman or Coleman. Coleman kind of impressed me. I know he did have a big run against Minnesota, but fumbled. They give their little backs. They give them the goal line carries and everything, and then number 1 AP.
Yeah.
I think it's just steady. He doesn't get hurt
ever.
Well,
unless he tears the ACL.
Yeah, one of those, but he doesn't get these minor setbacks bruised knee, concussion.
Yeah.
No, because he's hammering the pain down on.
Yeah. But before we go to the next one, St. Louis is 4-7.
Yep, 4-7.
Because there's been 11 weeks, not 10 weeks. That's my bad. But
everyone's
wide receivers. Okay, this is honestly gonna be a little easier than running backs because it's pretty. I'm just gonna go from 5 to 1. Allen Robinson 5, 4 Hopkins 3, Julio just because I think Atlanta's trending downward. 2 Brown, 1 Odell. That's my top 5.
Okay, I'm gonna start from 1.
Okay.
On up. I'm gonna go Brown 1. I think Big Ben misses maybe one more week. They don't really have that crazy
tough schedule. I think their tough schedule's over.
Yeah, they went through they have Indianapolis they should pass. They might. Denver, yeah, they still play Denver.
True, but
it just seems like they have so many weapons. I don't know if Denver can match up with all of them. 2, I'm gonna go Julio Jones at 2. I know they are trending down, but they give him the ball. They throw the ball at him all the time. 3, I'm gonna go Odell Beckham Jr. 4, Robinson. I think Allen Robinson is if I had to pick a surprise in the whole season, he'd be 1 other than Freeman. But look at his numbers. It's doubled. It's 12, 13, 14.
It's been double digits since week 5.
Yeah, and then 5, I'm gonna go DeAndre Hopkins. So we had the same guys.
Just a little big smash.
Just different.
The reason I'm picking Odell number 1 is because I am a little bit worried about. I'm not worried about Antonio Brown. I'm just a little worried that with Big Ben just can't stay healthy, and he hasn't caught a touchdown from a player not named Big Ben, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. I think. But the only reason I put Brown, I just think Brown. I think compared to Odell's every week he's just he's going to give you somewhere from 12 to 20, but then Brown can give you that 30. Like he could even. I could see him getting like 35.
Yeah, but I pick Odell also. I give him a little bit of edge because he is leading the league in touchdowns at receiver. Eifert leading the league in total touchdowns.
Yeah. But
okay, last one. This one's gonna be a little tougher. Tight end.
Yeah.
Just with all I'm not gonna put Eifert, Gronk, or Graham in there. Well, because Graham's out for the year, but those other two is just kind of tough. I don't know
because you're saying like going throughout. I'm gonna still keep him. I think Eifert. I won't put.
I think they still put Eifert in there. I don't know about Gronk though, because
like you're not.
He's gonna be out I think at least.
You'll
2
have
weeks.
him for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah. So
if you're lucky, 3 weeks. But there's 4, like we said, 4 weeks left of the season. But what if Stadium gets knocked out early? Then he doesn't even have Gronk at all. So I'll go. I think Eifert's still one.
Okay.
I mean, tight ends are tough.
Well, okay. I'm just gonna. I put those 3 in there. I'll just go because it'll probably give you a little bit of an idea.
Yeah, because I was gonna say like
1 through 5. I'm gonna go
Barnage.
1 through 5. Barnage, Kelsey, Walker,
Olsen,
Jordan Reed.
Dude, Olsen's got to be up.
Well, Greg Olsen. My bad.
Yeah.
We're gonna put Olsen number 1.
Yeah.
Olsen. What did I say last time? Olsen, Barnage.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Walker, then Kelsey, then Jordan Reed. Those 5.
Okay, I'm gonna include Eifert in mine though.
Okay, go
I'm gonna
for it.
Eifert 1, Olsen 2, close behind. Jordan Reed 3, Barnage 4, and then Kelsey 5. Kelsey, I just think he's trending up because
No love from my boy Delaney Walker.
I like Delaney Walker not for touchdowns. I think he's just gonna give you 50 to 80 yards a week, But at this point, if you don't have a tight end that's going to be a touchdown machine, or just a good player like Greg Olsen, Gronk, Eifert, then I think that's what you want. If you didn't draft a tight end, Delaney Walker's, you didn't draft with a tight end in mind, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then Delaney Walker's probably the top guy you
I
want.
say it's probably the top tight end that wasn't expected to be good.
Yeah, and I mean, not to mention...
Or Jordan Reed, too.
I did draft him.
Yeah.
I
thought it was a great pick.
Yeah. It was
Matthew Berry was very, very high on him this year.
Yeah. I don't think we need to do kickers or Ds.
Well, okay,
Wait,
how about
your
defense?
thoughts on Ds? Yeah.
Defense, okay.
Or even do you think defenses should be in the league?
Okay, honestly, I'm a little on the side of that. It is a lot of defense and kickers are both very on the more on the luck side because it's
No, but kickers are pretty consistent, it seems.
Well, no, I was saying more
It's
defense.
pretty-
I was gonna say more on the defensive side, but it's also why is it that for example Arizona played really well against San Fran this week, their defense, but they only put up 8. It's they only got 13 points. They picked them off. They got a fumble recovery. It's just I don't I understand kind of points, but yardage is just kind of okay. It's you're shutting them down, but they get the ball the whole game, or a pick six. If Arizona throws a pick 6, that counts against my team.
Yeah, and I wish there was a setting. I don't know if there's got to be a different website
or even a kickoff returns a little bogus too.
Because there's plays that don't hurt your D, and you could say over the course of the year it's going to balance out, but I mean
no.
Because just watching this game tonight, Baltimore just blocked a field goal and ran it back.
I thought the defense's fault.
It's not Cleveland's defense's fault at all, but I'm kind of a traditionalist. I don't know if I would want to.
Well, I'm not saying get rid of them. I'm just saying that they're a little. They're the dumbest part of fantasy.
See, that's why I wish
because I just don't want. I don't want defense coming down to a defense of who wins 1 week.
You know, 1 week your D puts up 40, 30 points, and that's what won you. Yeah, I wouldn't like that either. But as far as our top Ds now, I think Carolina's my number 1.
I'm gonna say the rest of the year. Carolina 1, Seattle 2, Denver 3.
I think
4.
I like the New York Jets up there. I don't like. Wait, what'd you put Denver? I don't know if I like
3.
Denver as much.
3.
I don't think they've scored as many points, lately. But
Well, because they're not putting up the points they were beginning of the year, which was insane. It was insane
they're
totals.
just kind of normal now.
And then 4 and 5, it's just you're I would say KC and then Arizona. That'd be my top 5.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Probably better.
I don't.
And kickers, I mean, Unless you have like Gostowski and like or like
Gostowski,
Gostowski.
honestly, is like a guy you can pick him like.
Okay,
is
I picked him like in my other league and like okay like he's been like the difference in some games because he's just so.
Well, it's
good.
like New England scores every possession. It's either a touchdown or it's like a field goal, pretty much.
Except like last game.
Well, yeah, it's like not the best
Conditions.
I
Yeah,
think
but
that
we're
wraps
done
up.
with Rankum. Let's go standings with Ty Dopp.
Yeah, hey, I'm back with my updated standings.
Oh, you're
for this
here.
week. So after this
Notice you
week,
left.
4 teams are for sure clinched into the playoffs. Garrity is now the number 1 seed with the record of 9-3.
That's not like he's not guaranteed, but he's clinched.
Well, yeah, he's clinched, but I mean he's the number 1 seed as of this week.
Yep.
Chuba is number 2 at 8-4, tied with Gigrich, who is also at 8-4. And actually, Team Gigrich has more points than Chuba.
But
Team Gigrich has the most in the league. However, Chuba's in the South, so it's the 2 winners of each. Garrity won the North so far, and Chuba's winning the South. Gigrich is also in the North. And then in number 4, after beating Show Me the Money, Statham clinches at 7-5. And at number 5 is Show Me the Money, 6-6. At 11:55, at number 6, T-Money Nation at 6-6 at 10:49, and then there's still 3 teams in the hunt, so the 5 and 6 spots are still up for grab. However, it's pretty much it's for sure just the 6th spot that's up for grab for the teams in the hunt because Show Me the Money plays T-Money Nation next week, and the winner for sure gets the 5th spot because they'll have 7 wins. Well. No, because all the in the hunt teams could have it too,
Except for me.
So yes, the 5 and 6 spots are open to everybody except Easy Money. So Rhino's at 6-6 too, but he's only at 10-27. So that's 22 points behind Team Money Nation, who's in the 6th spot. Swanson's at 9-77, so he is quite a ways behind. So he's gonna have to hope.
He needs losses, honestly, for you guys, right?
Yes, but one of us is for sure gonna win. So
But the other one, like needs a
the
loss
other one
though.
can lose. Yeah.
You can lose, and Rhino could lose.
Yep.
So then he'd get it.
Yep. And then Easy Money's at 5-7. He needs to win. Swanee has to lose. Rhino has to lose, and then like T Money Nation has to lose because you do. Easy Money does have a lot of points, so that's the one thing that's gonna help him.
Well, it was like, but I don't know if you beat Team Show Me the Money if I would jump him though. Am I close with points there?
Yes. Show Me the Money. Oh no, actually not.
It's like,
Show Me the
no
Money
way.
has 11. So he's above.
That's what I'm saying.
He's ahead of you by 103.
So even if Team Show Me the Money loses this week to you, he still has a decent shot.
If
to get that.
but
he needs everyone
Rhino
to
and Swan would have to
lose
lose
too. But that would be kind of tough because Swanson's playing.
And so Swanson's playing Boss Man, which could be an easy win for him. Rhino's playing Champ Daddy, which also could probably be an easy win for him.
But what we've been saying the whole year is like, okay, Champ Daddy and Bossman Jr., no offense to them, they've probably been the worst teams, but like the 2 teams like right above that, probably Swanson and Rhino, we've been like, okay, their teams aren't very good.
But they've been kind of lucking their way into wins. Maybe not this week like
A
Swanson.
couple of pieces on their teams, though, are coming together.
Yeah.
But, like, we've seen them put up, like they only put up 50s or, like, 60s. But...
And Swanson's... I mean, he has to really hope Rhino loses because one of us, either Team Money or Show Me the Money, is going to win. And both of us have...
plenty more points.
Almost 100 more points than him. So the only way he could sneak in is if Rhino lost as well.
Wait, but if you lost and he won, what would his record be?
He'd be a better record.
He'd be a better record.
Yeah, that's
Doesn't
what I'm
go by
saying.
points.
That's what I'm saying. So he has to either win.
So he just has to win.
No, because that's what I'm saying. Because if I lost...
Okay, but here's the thing. Okay, if Swanson wins and Rhino loses, he's in.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all you got to think about because...
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
We got 2
let's
6
lay
and 6.
out like what each team is cheering for. So Team Swanson has to win.
Pretty much has to win. Helps for a Rhino loss, and he's in.
Yeah, what also could happen is Swanson loses, Rhino loses.
And then who's close, Rhino or T Money in like
and
points?
T Money Nation. No, that's the only way. Like you said, Swanson could make it.
Yeah.
But then, so if, because...
unless he points like a ton of points and
Swan
loses.
won't get in based off of points. And the only way, Mike, you can make it is if Rhino and Swan both lose. If one of them wins,
And
you're
you. I need... No.
No,
one
there's going to be
one of us has to lose.
But show me, but no, he wants.
He said team
he wants
showing
showing the.
100 points ahead.
But he wants Tyler to lose.
So you need to hope.
Tyler lose.
So I'm
Swanson
so then easy money's just hoping for losses. Doesn't really matter the points and stuff. Rhino needs the same thing as Swanson.
Well, actually, pretty much just a win because how close is he to show me the money in points?
Not close. Not
Okay,
at all.
so he needs a Tyler loss and a win. Pretty much it. Because you have Swanson.
And then you just win it in. Yours is the easiest.
Win it in or lose
Same
and
with
hope for some losses.
Show me, same winning in. And
or
then,
show me
or he's probably pretty much in because if you lose,
because if he loses, he'd have a worse record.
Yeah, because if he loses, Rhino and Swan could both win, in which I feel like one of them is going to win. But also at the top of the bracket, it kind of is kind of nice too because last week Statham played Show Me the money to kind of jump him in the rankings.
Yeah.
And this week he plays Chuba, and
who's Garrity play?
Me.
Garrity plays, but Statham plays Chuba, and if Statham beats Chuba, they'll both be tied at 8 and 5. And they're both in the South. However, Chuba's like 62 points ahead of him. So I feel like
Statham would need to blow the crap out of Chuba.
So Statham pretty much is going to stick either at a 3 or 4, I think, and then Chuba I think is going to stay at that 2, and then Garrity and Gigrich. So Gigrich plays Suicide Squad, and Garrett. So if Easy Money beats Garrity and then Gigrich beats Suicide Squad, Gigrich is up on Garrity by a lot of points, so Gigrich would probably get the number 1 overall seed.
Yeah. I just think so. I think the scheduling just worked out really good for that, right?
Yeah, for Statham, he's really kind of getting to assert his dominance through as the season
just by winning, you know.
Yeah, and
he doesn't have to worry about he just has to win. That's all he has to worry about. So I'd like to give a shout out to the commissioner for the scheduling.
Nice job.
I
you.
was actually just kind of totaled up Suicide Squad's points, and he still is at it, Easy Money and Team Money Nation. But I feel like after next week,
I've been downtrending a little bit the last.
You're no longer going to be ahead point-wise.
In scoring points?
Yeah.
What is Suicide Squad at?
So last week, Suicide Squad was at 990. And
and so was I.
But this week, Suicide Squad.
I outscored you.
Got 72.
So he's only 10 above me. But like I said, me and Suicide Squad, 2 guys on the show, our teams are probably pretty.
No, I was we were talking about the 3 teams.
And I'm only 3 points behind you.
Yeah.
So we're
you
all
could almost
easy.
fall in. So we were saying 4 tiers of the league. You got your super good teams like Gigrich, Devengers, Tubes and Statham, I'd say.
Maybe.
Then you got the middle of the row type thing. I think we fall into that category, all of us.
Well, even though I think this is the difference between our 3 teams, just that you guys have gotten a little bit easier matchups when you needed them.
Or I was saying too,
yes.
I had
play harder.
I had my full team at the beginning of the year. That's when I got all my wins. Now look at I've lost.
And that's same with me. I won the first 3 weeks, I think.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Because now look at my team's trending. I've lost 3 or 4 in a row because I've lost so many guys. Not I'm not blaming it on injuries.
Sounds like an excuse.
I'm not blaming it on injuries, but I didn't build my team around depth. When Aaron Foster got hurt, that was my season, you know. But then the middle teams, we were saying us 3 here on the show, and then who would you say?
I would throw Rhino.
Oh no!
I throw.
No, we have to go Team Show Me the Money.
Team Show Me the Money. I forgot.
And then those bottom 4, we were saying,
Rhino, Swanson, Pat, and Dad.
Yeah, they're kind of 2 of them are kind of trending up, but when you looked at them at the schedule, you'd be okay, this is an easy walk.
Well, and it looks like this year I got to carry the torch for the family because Dad and Pat are out. Mike looks like he's going to be out. So I need this win this week against.
Well, that's what I'm hoping for. If I don't get the win and get help with the losses, I'm kind of rooting for Team Money Nation just because the Dabrowski family kind of usually makes it to the championship.
All right, just give me one thing here. Who's in and who's out?
Oh, that's a good actually.
On the bubble.
I say
this week, Team Show Me. No offense to Team Money Nation. Team Show Me the Money beats Team Money Nation.
I'm gonna go. Show me the money in at 5 and Swanson at 6.
This is
I'm
what
not
I
even
think is
kidding.
going to happen. I think Show Me the Money is going to take 5, and then I also think I'm going to lose, obviously, and then
I don't think you're gonna lose, obviously.
I think
you-
Rhino and
What?
Swan Dog are both going to lose, and Mike's going to win. However, I think I'm going to have more points than Mike.
Wow.
And I think I'm going to take.
Okay,
What
I
a
honestly
scenario.
I honestly just changed my opinion. I honestly think Team Show Me the Money just put up like 120, 115. But let's remember, he put up 39 last week. I
I don't
he,
think that will ever happen.
No, but I think he puts up like 70. I think you honestly beat him. I just changed my thing. I think so. You'd be in at 5.
Show me at
Team
6.
Show Me the Money at 6.
No, I don't. Fine, then if it's that scenario, I think I'll have 5, and then I think Swan Dog or Rhino, one of them will win and take 6.
Good point.
I'm saying show me the money in Swanson.
So we're thinking. So Show Me the Money within the last
Wait, who do
couple
you think?
weeks.
I think Swanson's gonna sneak in the
Oh,
16. And show me the money.
I think though. I mean, Team Show Me the Money was like 6-3 2 weeks ago at like the 2 or 3 spot. Now he's just fighting for a spot. It's crazy. Fantasy football. You just never know, week to week. As far as like who's in and who's out, because like 2 weeks,
and
2 weeks ago I was sitting there like, oh, and we're wrapping things up.
Well, you can finish off your
2
thought
weeks
with-
ago I was sitting there like confident, like 5-3, like oh I'm in for sure. And now, no chance in Christmas spirit down there.
Yeah, we're getting the spirit here. We're going to buy a tree tonight. Right?
Yep.
Yep. We
So-
look forward to seeing everyone Thursday for the.
The great. Hey, we need a person to call in Thursday.
Yeah,
Like
no
Pronto, we need like anybody. Like I'll even take Garrity, even as much as it's gonna hurt me. I'll take
thinking
him
we might have
again.
to, like maybe reach out to.
Maybe outside the league. And do we want that? Do we want that?
I don't know. Maybe outside source. We'll figure it out. You'll just have to come back.
Love you. Bye.
It's the